Late last year, Realme announced the Realme Buds Air, and it was first on sale in India and it sold out like hotcakes. And then by the end of 2019, we actually got the Realme Buds Air on our hands, and today we're going to share with you all of our tests that we have performed on the Realme Buds Air in this review here. So let's first address the elephant in the room. This is indeed an Apple AirPods copy because as you can see here, the design language is very similar and the pods themselves are also very similar in shape. So let's first take a look at the cradle itself. At the front here, we have a bit of a change. The pairing button is at the front, and we also have a USB Type-C port at the bottom here for your charging, which we truly appreciate because we have said that in the year 2020, no new devices should be using micro USB anymore. And opening up the cradle itself, we can see that the ports here are once again very similar in shape with the Apple AirPods because yeah, when you look at it, it's technically with the same shape. But there are a few minor changes. Firstly, at the bottom here, we have the two charging pins with a microphone at the middle. Presumably this is a microphone. And then we also have this silver ring around the base of this port here. And the reason why I'm calling this pod is because they are dangling on your ear instead of stuffing it into your ear canal. So yeah, these are technically not earbuds, but they are ear pods. And on the pods themselves, you can also see this black dot here on both of them. These are the proximity sensors which will automatically play or pause your music when you are wearing or taking them out of your ear, which is a nice feature to have since it is once again available on the Apple AirPods. Now in terms of features, I think it is pretty much exactly the same like the Apple AirPods. So we also have the touch sensitive panels around these two pods themselves, and the gestures are as shown on the screen here. And I would say it is somewhat similar to other wireless earbuds that we've tried recently because you do not have single tapping action to prevent accidental triggers if you are just, for example, brushing your hair or scratching an itch, I guess. But the last action on this list here is going to be the most important because gaming mode. By holding the touch panel down, it will automatically activate the gaming mode. So Realme actually did clarify what the gaming mode does. So by looking at their website, they said that it will trim down some of the audio latency, and they are claiming to trim down by 51%, and it will bring down the audio latency from 243.8 milliseconds all the way down to 119.3 milliseconds, which is quite a big difference. So of course, being the audio delay guys here, we have tested a lot about audio delay and we have to test it for our own. When we compare the audio delay between the Realme Buds Air with all the other solutions that we have here, we actually have a stack of them. So this is the Sony WF-1000XM3, the Ugreen True Wireless Earbuds, and for aptX LL, we're gonna need two parts here. This is the receiver and this is the transmitter thanks to GuliKit. And finally, we also have the Razer Hammerhead True Wireless here. So when we compare all of them together, the Realme Buds Air did indeed see a drop in audio latency when we toggle gaming mode, but we cannot get a 51% audio delay decrease as stated in Realme's website. However, we did see a 42% decrease, which is still very significant, but we can predict what the gaming mode actually does here because we've already seen it back in our first video when we talk about audio delay, and that is by doing a bit of balancing act between the audio bitrate and also the audio latency. So what aptX Adaptive does is by lowering your audio bitrate to decrease your audio latency. So you do get a compromise of between audio quality and also audio delay. And I would say I don't realize any sort of audio quality change between gaming mode and non-gaming mode. The audio delay did reduce by 42%, which is amazing. Now the Realme Buds Air still have quite a lot of delay, and it is more than double of the aptX LL solution that we have here. And originally when we tested this out, we also complained that the audio delay, although it's just very tiny, we can still notice it. So for the Realme Buds Air to have more than double the audio latency of aptX LL while in gaming mode, I would say that the Realme Buds Air is not suitable for time-critical usage and also for gaming like PUBG Mobile and also COD Mobile, because those games require perfect syncing, or at least with minimal delay between the graphics and also the audio. And kudos to Realme for putting a disclaimer on what the gaming mode does, and also putting your own numbers with your own disclaimer on how you get the number on your website, as opposed to the Razer one, which we don't have any idea what the gaming mode on that does. Review of that will come soon. And now for the audio quality of the Realme Buds Air. Well, I think that they sound okay, especially when you can wear them and then readjust the position to point into your ear more directly, and then it will sound much better than what we have tested originally. And overall, I would say that the bass is quite okay. It does have an enhanced bass driver here, as claimed by Realme. The bass does not thump, but it's because we don't have a seal around our ear canal, and I would say that this is an inherent issue with this type of pod style of earphones. The vocals here sound the best, so if you're listening to songs with a lot of people singing, then yeah, the Realme Buds Air is perfect. As for the highs, it is still lacking here. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually like this type of pod style of earphones because I can just dangle onto my ear and I can wear them for a very long time, since it does not tire my ears out by stuffing in the ear tip into my ear canal. Then comes the battery life of the Realme Buds Air. I would say the battery life of this thing is technically the most disappointing for me because it can only last for about 2.5 hours before one of the parts dies out. However, the cradle itself can charge the pods for about 6 times, so you can get a total of quite a long time before it totally runs out of battery. And funny enough, the cradle of the Realme Buds Air actually supports wireless charging, and we charge it with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus with wireless power share, and yes, it works. I find it to be real funny that you are able to wirelessly charge a different brand of device with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Or maybe just because both of them are using Qi wireless charging standards, and to go off at a tangent here, using standardized protocols is beneficial. So overall, I think that the Realme Buds Air is a very good copy of the Apple AirPods because all of the features that we come to expect from Apple is implemented here, including wireless charging, which I am truly surprised because Realme actually didn't have to do that. They just put it in there because why not? However, the audio latency on the Realme Buds Air, even though with gaming mode turned on, it is still not going to be suitable for those type of time-critical games like PUBG Mobile and COD Mobile. However, if you're just looking to listen to your music, I would say this is a very good pair of AirPods because you do get all of the AirPods aesthetics without the premium price. And that is all we have to say about the Realme Buds Air. We hope you have a nice day and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.